Yeah, what up, Twitter? I'm taking a page out of Arundel's book and dropping a post-game vlog. Um, Obviously, feels fucking bad to have lost in the end, but super proud of the boys for our lower bracket promo tourney run. I guess I'll start with Sage from being our sub to one of the best performing players on the team. Like outperforming everyone's expectations. This guy is super hardworking, very hungry to learn, always looking to improve. Like, pick him up ASAP. And speaking of goated work ethics, like Ariandel, known about this guy for a while, always super respected the grind, whether it's solo queue, champions queue, 1v1s, thinking about draft, like, and how to improve the team. This guy's always thinking about what we can do next, and super appreciated being able to work with him on this team. But was definitely super appreciative of uh, the team and being able to work with everyone. Like whenever we were able to get Hoarder a good angle on one of his premier champs or one of his secret pocket picks, like this guy was 1v9, always gapping. Prismal, our very own veteran, like prep talk, pep talks before games, like mental stability within it, helping us with macro in his AD carry role and from support, always running the map, holding it down. Will, like, I came into this tournament thinking he was the best jungler in OQ, and I feel like I leave still thinking that this guy always dropping nukes, multiple champs he can 1v9 the game on. Definitely a rock to build the team around. I guess other people to shout out. My boy Zuki. We ran so many fucking lines in preparation for our games. Like he wasn't officially part of the team, but in between every game, we were running the simulations, finding what looked best for the team and how we can adapt game to game. Um, my girlfriend Cass always supporting me, whether it's 3 scrims a week and 2 games or whatever bullshit. She always had my back, helped me be the best version of myself so that I could be there for my team. Um, and obviously, all my homies in Twitch chat, Smorks out, put a smile on my face every time. The good energy, the vibes were fucking pulsating all the way to the end. Um, but I guess for some of the negatives of the split, I feel like competitive integrity is going down. Maybe that's my rose tinted glasses. Um, there were always people hiding accounts, not putting their highest ranked account, that kind of stuff, rule sharking. But now it's like gone so far that like rule sharking is not even a thing because the rules just don't have consequences. Like you don't have to actually upload draft or put in your drafts. You don't have to upload your game files. Like all you will get told is a slap on the wrist, and it's lame. Like it punishes the teams that follow the rules and have competitive integrity. And if you're lazy or if you're a slime ball, you get rewarded. Like at least take away a ban, something. Like why have rules if you're not going to enforce them? If you're not going to enforce them, then just don't don't have anyone upload drafts, I guess. Just Wild West it. Um, and then for the promo tourney, like, I don't know if this necessarily needs to be fixed, but all the teams that played 2 days in a row lost. Goons win, they play, and Duckies win, they play versus a tier 2 team. They lose, they have to play again the next day, they get blown the fuck out. We make our lower bracket run, get all the way, beat Lotus, game 5, banger. We play our hearts out. Very next day, have to play another best of 5. We get blown the fuck out. I don't think it's a coincidence. Obviously, I just lost, and it's in my mental's best interest to cope. But I do think there's a pattern there. I feel like having the tourney be 2 weeks, while it would be like a longer commitment, I feel like the teams in the winners part of the bracket already get an advantage from getting to see more games out of the other teams. Like, every additional series should be more scouting information and therefore a better ability to be prepared for the next match. And then that being compounded with us having to play twice in a row, not being able to do as much prep, that stuff felt a bit bad. But I guess at the end of the day, if we showed up, we would have won. So, GG's DAOE. I guess quick general thoughts. I was excited for the split since my last 2 coaching gigs had been with Dardoch, and I was feeling a little fraudulent in like the middle when we weren't really performing to our expectations. I feel like I always thought my specialty was kind of draft, and fumbled a few drafts when I didn't need to, and I wasn't doing a super great job of getting the team to improve upon some of our like glaring issues. And I guess at some point, Psycho stepped in, helped me like realign what we need to be driving home with every practice, and had a big team meeting and that kind of stuff. I think it helped. But I feel like I also didn't realize how lucky I'd been in the past when working with people like Sneezes and Enzo. Like, there's never really any ego. It was always just, how can we best facilitate the players to do well? And me and Psycho didn't always see eye to eye, but we eventually got there. And so I appreciate that he made that effort to bring us there. But I don't think I'll be working with orgs anymore in the future. Like, not having full roster control as a head coach, like, feels whack as hell to me. Obviously, when we didn't do that well in OQ1, we ended up making roster moves, and that decision basically happened without my input. Like, it was brought to me as, this is happening, not, what do you think we should do? And that felt weird. Like, obviously, we didn't have that much time between splits, so shit kind of had to move fast. But also, I feel like the point of Tier 3 is to lift up new rookie players and to just axe Clarice after like a week or 2 of bad play. Feels fucked up. Obviously, I'm a little biased. Clarice brought me onto the roster. Like, after we scrimmed for the first time, I was kind of on the fence of whether I wanted to actually coach or not, and he was really pushing me to make a run with him, and to not be able to end the run with him feels bad. I guess in the end, we were able to lift up one rookie. Sage played out of his mind, but like, that was not really because we were going into it with that in mind. Like, Azog works full time and had to go through Hell Week, working 70 hours the week before the tourney, so was mostly unavailable to scrim. So we decided to go with Sage, and it worked out. But I don't love how tier 3 in general doesn't really prioritize lifting up rookies. Like we went with Azog and Prismal, who both don't really have intentions of continuing their League of Legends career. Like they're both in it because they fuck with League and they have free time, and it's basically why I'm here as well. So I can't hate on it too much. But when there are people in the scene looking to improve, looking to make a career out of this, and then they're given like barely a chance, not even a full split, rubs me the wrong way. It also makes me think about Fearless. I think Fearless makes a lot of sense in tier 2, where the players are already somewhat established, and it's kind of about polishing them until they're ready for that tier 1 level. And having a wide champ pool is pretty essential there. And in tier 3, it kind of just hurts rookies and helps veterans. Like, I think Goons showed that having experience and a lot of champions to draw upon in a Fearless series, like, is huge. Same with Komodo to some extent. And obviously any competitive environment is going to somewhat skew towards people that have experience in those competitive environments, but it's kind of up to us as a scene and a community to try and push back against that to some degree and find ways to support and lift up new players when they appear, as they are all too rare in the scene at this point. I guess I'm not usually one to go into drama and make enemies, but this shit kind of rubbed me the wrong way, where at least Psycho, like, what's working with me somewhat before and during draft, and providing input, but like Rost, man, we can't be tweeting perma about how proud you are of the team and how there's still work left to do, and having that then be picked up and amplified by like other people in the scene saying how we've been doing so much better once he joined, having no insight to how the team actually functions. We got our first scouting report in Grand Finals on AoE. There was not any scouting reports before that. I did 99% of prep. Like, I guess there was a sheet that he would run a Python script to fucking scrape stats off of like GUL or whatever. I didn't have access to the sheet. It was just him and Psycho, and like I manually input all my prep, got all the enemy traps myself, formulated lines, presented the lines to players and other staff, got feedback, incorporated that feedback into improving the lines so that we were all happy with it. Like, and to kind of have all my hard work to just be like claimed by someone else because they post on Twitter more than me. That's fucked up, and it's like one of the things I hate about this scene. Like, if you're not social climbing on Twitter, you're like seriously not doing everything you can to further your career. And like, I accept that reality. I'm not really interested in going tier 2. Like, I have a full-time job as well. I enjoy my life. Like, it's whatever. But as a wise man once said, the lion does not turn when the small dog barks. Usually I don't give a fuck, but to prevent the disease, some rats have to be cold, and this shit just rubbed me the wrong way. If you want to join the team and like run a few Python scripts and being part of the team environment, it's all chill. But like, claiming stolen valor on Twitter. Nah. So, in conclusion, I love League of Legends. I love competing. There's a lot of things I hate about this scene. This might be the last of me, or my addiction might get the best of me and my better judgment. I guess only time will tell. In conclusion, love my players. #FreeClearEats. See you next time.